I'm just getting started. For my birthday, I threw me a surprise party. Reminiscing about the trap playing the first quarter. My life changed. Hello everyone. So today I wanted to make a video on how to become a millionaire by 2020. It's so simple. I'm going to tell you right now how to become a millionaire by 2020 with only one Bitcoin, if you could believe that. So let me show you how I can do this. How I can do this with a high level of confidence. I'm going to be focusing on two major coins, well, three if you include Bitcoin. But you're going to be trading Bitcoin, and you're going to be looking at Verge and OMG. And I'll show you how to become a millionaire with very minimal amount of investment and with a high chance of reward. So first, I'll show you what I do. First, I figure out how rich I want to be. Of course, I'm using $1 million because it's a very even number and it's easy to attain. But if you can understand that making 1 million is easy, then all you need to do is invest more and you would make that 6 million. So allow yourself to wrap your head around that for a bit. I will show you with the amounts that I'm going to put in right now. But if you put in more amounts into this, then that 1 million could easily be 6, 7, 10. Very easily. So let me show you how I understand this. Now you have to work with predictions. So right now Bitcoin is worth 5,500. There was a bit of a dip in the market. Great time to buy in. Now, if you don't have faith in the cryptocurrency market succeeding into the future, then you'd be at odds with my views. My views is that it's going to be rampant. It's going to be very successful. A lot of smart entrepreneurs are investing in this technology. A lot of wealthy people are selling their assets, putting it into Bitcoin. The reasons being obviously economical hardships and finances. In America especially, there's going to be a massive recession as predicted because of the debt increase. Australia will also follow suit, and a lot of other countries. We will all have to go through a and a financial revolution where the old system, I think, will start dying out, and the new system, which will be the cryptocurrency, will start reigning. So I'll show you the predictions, okay? Right now, we're at 1.51% of the population that's actually taken up cryptocurrency. At 1% of the population, we're at 5,500. Now, it's estimated that by February 2018, this right here will reach about 13,000. Now, they say 13,000 US, but I always like to say 13,000 Australian because it gives you a little bit of leniency if those numbers aren't hit. But they did predict that by this time this year, this price would be 5,000 American. And as you can see, just a week ago, it was at 5,000. It was at 6,358 Australian, but it was just below 5,000 American. So it did reach its target. The predictions did reach their target, but it was very short-lived. And then you had a bit of dip in the market as it corrected itself. So you have to understand the predictions have been correct so far. And if the predictions are right about February next year, you'll know. You'll look at the price. If it's at 13,000 Australian, you'll realize the predictions are true. Now, the best part about this is it's predicted that by 2020, we'll reach 10% of people aware and using Bitcoin or purchasing Bitcoin. The price at that point will be 50,000 American, but I would like to translate that to 50,000 Australian. And I'll show you with these predictions how you can formulate a strategy to definitely be a millionaire by 2020. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to work backwards. How much Bitcoin do I need by 2020 if the value of one Bitcoin is worth 50,000? How much do I need to be a millionaire? So you put in the amount there. So one Bitcoin, now obviously this is with fees, which they get you at. So let's have a look. I think I need, perfect. So I'm going to need 21 Bitcoins by 2020 to be a millionaire. Awesome, easy to do. But we don't, how much is 21 Bitcoin right now? Let's have a look. Best price. Let's have a look. So right now, if I use market, okay, so 21 Bitcoin is worth $118,000 investment right now. That's if you wanted to guarantee yourself a millionaire position. I don't think I have that much money just ready to roll out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the best that I can. Let's say one Bitcoin. Pretty small investment. in terms of crypto, in the crypto world, a lot of people are investing a lot more. But I'll show you how you can turn one Bitcoin at a small investment into $1 million in 3 years. So we take that Bitcoin and we're going to have to invest that into another coin. So you can't just leave it in Bitcoin. It just won't. One Bitcoin will just be worth 50,000. It's 10 times your money, but you're not a millionaire. It might help you pay for your mortgage a little bit more, but it's not financial freedom. And this is a great opportunity to realize it's very hard to get 10 times your money in such a short period of time in any other fashion. So what you could do, what many people do, they try and invest that into a blue stock chip, which is essentially OMG is one of those. A blue stock is like a guaranteed win, a well-established company that's doing very well, that has great ties for the future of that industry. So OMG is holding a very, very strong place in cryptocurrency. It has grown exponentially from say $3 to $11 in a very short period of time. This has long legs. This will go in long into the future. The problem is that at $11, for you to take your one Bitcoin and times it by 20 is going to take you a very long time with OMG. This is something you put your money into and guarantee gains, but how much gains? Look, it's not going to 20 times your money in like less than 2 years. So we really want to reach a point in time where we reach 21 Bitcoin. We can then put that into OMG and then ride it out till 2020 when this coin is worth 50,000. So I'll show you how to do this, right? Now, the coin that I initially invested into that made me the most money was NLC2. NLC2 has great volume of increase over the period of time, and I've made a lot of money through that. So I'm going to show you the strategy I use for NLC, and then I'm going to put that same strategy into Verge. So as you can see, NLC2 was worth, when I got in, 1,500, let's say, 1,500. That then increased to 8,800, which is a huge increase. That's only 8 times your money. If you sold at that point, it then dipped down to half price, and you would have essentially bought back at half. You would have doubled your coin amount, essentially. But I'll show you, because NLC2 is a little bit more expensive now, it's resting at 7,000 Satoshis. It's going to be harder for you to 20 times your money in such a short period of time. So you might, 15, you might even 10 to 15 in 2 years. 10 to 15, you do that in a very short period of time. But let's say Verge. Now this is the one I want to focus on because this is the one that you can take. All you need is one Bitcoin. That's the thing. If I put one Bitcoin into this, you need more. You need more to be a millionaire. And that's why there's other coins that have the same potential that I saw in NLC2 back here, but they have that now at a very cheap rate. So Verge, it's the top 60. It's in the top 60 coins. I think it's a 60. Actually, it's the 61st place. So it's one of the top 100 coins. That means the volume that it's been traded on is huge volume amounts. So every day in 24 hours, 1,081 Bitcoins are being traded for this coin. So it's very popular, very, very popular. Also very, very cheap. That's the key focus here. So I take this is how you work backwards, okay? So OMG is going to be a risk-free investment, but you need to rapidly increase the Bitcoin amount before you can put into OMG and ride it out till 2020. So what you want to do is you want to take your one Bitcoin, you want to see at the current price how much XVG you can get. Right now I can get 639,000. So you take that amount, you put it over here, and then you put in how much Bitcoin you need. Oh wait, sorry, wrong. So you put it in here, 6,000, and you figure out, okay, so what price do I need XVG to be at before I can reach my goal of 21 Bitcoin? So I've already worked that out. All this coin needs to do is reach 3,500. That's it. That's all you need it to become, and you have reached your Bitcoin amount that will see you as a millionaire into the future. You take that 22, you then put it into OMG. Now let's say by the time we invest in OMG, let's say it's doubled in price. Let's say it's at 5. I predict it's probably going to be higher. Maybe let's just give it a really safe estimated price of let's just say 1, okay? In 2 years, let's just say OMG has grown exponentially. My 21, 22 Bitcoins will only get me 2,194 coins, okay? I copy that over, and let's say, and then I put into the sell price. Let's say OMG increases. Let's just say by half. Let's just say to 0.015. Very like it's estimated, but it can definitely happen. And what you're trying to do is just give yourself a structure that you can fall back on, where you realize money is very easy in this market. You're part of a growing market, and that means that unless the coin fails completely, which is a risk, but with these blue chips, for example, they're kind of safe. Also, most coins won't fall off until the end of 2019 or beginning of 2019. The reason why is because there's going to be an influx. The reason why Bitcoin will increase in price so much is because new people will be coming up. When they buy Bitcoin, they're going to be putting money into other coins. And when that happens, you'll see prices of, for example, Verge drastically increase. Now, they might, after a certain period of time, just fall off, but you'll see massive spikes, huge spikes. And with that, you're hoping that that will rise to at least 3,500. Even if it falls after that, you just sell at 3,500 and you've made your money. So you take your 2,194 coins there. You go, okay, at, let's say, an increase of value to 1.5 by the end of 2020, you get 32.8 Bitcoins. You take that Bitcoin amount, you put into here, and then you go, okay, so how much money do I have? Wow, I've got $1,627,000 just off one Bitcoin investment. That's how you do it. You pick safe bets, very safe bets, and then you work backwards. So you find out how much Bitcoin, you find a coin that you can put that into that will exponentially grow in price in a short period of time. You then take it at a win. You don't hodl. You literally pick a price. You go 3,500. That's my goal. You don't hodl it. You sell it at that price. So you set a sell price. So you actually set it ahead of time. You go sell price. So your coins are sitting at that price, just waiting to be sold. If the price rises to that point ever, it is sold instantly, and you've just guaranteed yourself a millionaire position in the future. Now, of course, the greed in you might say, well, what if it goes higher than that? That's true. It could go higher than that. But what are you trying to do here? You're trying to guarantee yourself a place in the future. And if you want to decrease, the anxiety of maybe the price rising and you doing more than this, what you can do is just make sure you invest more Bitcoin. So you invest more Bitcoin, you make that into a 5 Bitcoin amount. You then take that 5 Bitcoin, that your initial investment, you get that much coin. You then put that over here. And that's what you're looking at. So instead of you trying to hodl it and wait till that rises higher, what you should be doing is saying, okay, Bitcoin's cheap now. This is going to rise. Bitcoin is going to definitely rise. Instead of wasting your time trying to fucking figure out a good price for, your small amount of Bitcoin to make good money on return, you just increase your Bitcoin amount, follow the same structure, and the risk and also the anxiety of day trading and trading over long term is decreased, because you actually you found an amount, you found the total sum, you then put that into the selling, you find yourself a nice reasonable price that will get you maximum return. You then take that, you put that afterwards into a blue chip coin like OMG, you put that in here, you go, okay, if I want to buy that at this price, at that time, let's just imagine it's around that price range, I'm going to have that many coins. I then want to sell those coins, but you're not going to sell that till 2020 because that's your safety net. You then realize that if it just increases by that much, you've then got that many coins. You take that coin, you put it in here. You say, okay, I'm going to sell all those coins when it's 2020, and you've literally made nearly $10 million like that. It's that simple, guys. That is how easy it is to make $1 million off one Bitcoin. So definitely take this in, apply this to your own strategies. Be smart. Don't follow trends. If this is your strategy, all you have to look at every day is Verge. You just wait. You take your Bitcoin amount, you get as much as you can, you invest it into a coin like Verge, you have a huge amount of coins, and you just wait. That means you're not looking at other coins anymore. There's no more anxiety of FOMO, which is fear of missing out. You're literally looking at one coin, you've already set the sell price, and you're waiting to be a millionaire. You're just waiting to be a millionaire. Because do you know what happens when you start looking at coins every day? This is what happens. You start getting accustomed to these dips and highs. This is OMG, by the way. This is day by day. This is like since August, since January, since June, July. Look at this uphill trend. Do you think that's going to stop ever? If this coin sticks around, this trend is just going to increase and increase. So what I'm telling you is, pick a strategy, pick some ideal kind of prices that you want to set and you want to buy and sell at, and then just follow it. Stop looking at every other coin thinking, oh, I want to, more bang for buck by trading over here and buying this and that. Have a simple strategy that will guarantee you wealth in the future. You've jumped onto cryptocurrency while it's booming. Take advantage of the notion that most coins are going to succeed, at least in the short term. So pick a coin that has high volume, that is well trusted in the community, and all it takes is some good news, some really good news, and this will just skyrocket. Then when you have the more people buy Bitcoin, they're going to invest that into different coins. Because this is a top 100 coin and it's relatively cheap, they will definitely invest in this also more and more. So guys, that's my strategy to become a millionaire with one Bitcoin. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you apply some of the knowledge into your own trading, because I want to see us all succeed by 2020. So thank you so much for listening. Please join Crypto Society Australia. We're just going to give tips, we'll answer questions. We're a great community that supports everybody. Thank you so much for watching.